Hello everyone, welcome to MaiMediaTV. How na day? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It depends on the times and the location where you are watching us from. How is everything, guys? I hope I met you in peace. Battle singer R. Kelly have been sentenced to 30 years imprisonment for recurring of orders. The Battle America R&B stars Robert Sylvester, popular known as R. Kelly, has been sentenced to 30 years imprisonment for recurring of the other crime. The 55-year-old, who has been in police detention since the arrest in 2019, was sentenced by the federal judge on Wednesday, June 29 in Brooklyn, New York. Judge Annie Dowell sentenced R. Kelly to 30 years imprisonment and additional 5 years of supervised release and a $100,000 fine. During the hearing, where 7 of his victims spoke about suffering under his control, he was found guilty in September for these crimes. Was calculated and carefully planned, regulated, executed for almost 25 years. You taught them the love of enslavement and violence. These victims were disposable to you, and you left them in wake of tried of broken lives, he just said. So it was so sad for these things that really happened to R. Kelly. We all know R. Kelly is one of the musicians we grew up to know with his music and his kind of angelic voice that he always used to preach the gospel to the people. We love him so much, but it was so sad that at the age of 55 years, he was given another 30 years imprisonment, which make him around 85 years when he's going to be out of the prison. So the R. Kelly career has come to an end, because it will be very old, and you can never cheat in nature. So it will be very old before he come out of the prison. So it's so sad. Or sympathize with you guys, because we really love you and love your music. But as it happens now, there is nothing we can do to save you. That is why you have to be very careful when you are a star. You have to be very careful with people you mingle with, what you eat, your behaviors, and what you involve yourself, because what you do today may affect you tomorrow. That's part of life, and everything you are doing, you have to think about the consequence of that thing. That's the same things that happened with one which was sentenced for Yahoo crime for 335 years in prison, over 525 million internet fraud. This one is coming from the courts in a federal high court sittings in Uyo, Akwa Ibom, as they convicted a sentenced and notorious internet fraudster Skills Olatunji for 355 years imprisonment internet fraud for money laundering. This is the scales there. Olatunji was arrested by operations of the EFCC March on 2019 and arraigned on July 2, 2019 on 41 charge of bordering of identity theft, money laundering, and conspiracy. Between the January 2017 to October 2018, the convicts conspired with others at large as fraudulence required a total of 552,172,580 through the business email comprised an identity theft for the court. On May 15, 2018, he sent an email to one Monica Godson of the Charity Association for providing a girl and a boy of Coban with a football pitch, which impersonates a certain paragraph of modern in the former New Guiana Football Association president, demanding the sum of 64,000 to be transferred to him. He, however, pleaded not guilty to the charge, the settings for stage on the Nevada. Delivery to the judgment on Monday, June 27, 2022, Justice Agatha Okeke convicts Olatunji all for 45 counts preferred against him by the EFCC. It is so sad there. So these guys have been sentenced to 235 years imprisonment. This is so sad. This is so sad. We know R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years. We are talking about that one, but this one is so sad for to hear that 235 years imprisonment. It will send a real signal to all these some people who engage in all these fraudulent scams and all these internet frauds, that they are doing it on internet and scamming a lot of people, thieving their money, taking their money, the hard labor they have worked for, taking it from them. So this one have been served 235 years imprisonment. Now I know this will send as a signal to other people who have the motive of scamming people, collecting money from people on internet or physically.